Good morning, students. Today in this video I will be discuss the next chapter of class 12 chemistry, that is aldehyde, ketone and carboxylic. In my previous video I have discussed about the chapter alcohol, phenol and ether. If you knows about the alcohol, phenol and ether, then you have seen one thing, that was the common. But in all the compounds the bond between carbon and oxygen was single bond. The bond between carbon and oxygen was single bond. Like if I will be discuss about the alcohol, phenol and ether, that all the three compound we read out. So you have seen in alcohol also what will be there. If I will take the example of CH3OH, CH3 single bond O, single bond OH, that meaning the bond between carbon and oxygen is single bond. Same for phenol. If I will be see, this is C6H5OH, C6H5 single bond O, single bond H, that meaning here also the bond between carbon and oxygen, this is a single bond. And the third, if I will be see, that is a ether, this is CH3 single bond O, single bond CH3. Here also you can check the bond between carbon and oxygen, that is also single bond. That meaning till now whatever compound we read out, all they contain the single bond between carbon and oxygen, like alcohol, phenol and ether. Now whatever compound we are going to study it, in that the different thing is there. Now the bond between carbon and oxygen, that will be the double bond. That meaning whatever compound we are going to study is, now in these all the compounds the bond between carbon and oxygen is double bond. Like one is aldehyde, that is in chapter. Second is ketone, same it is in chapter. And third is carboxylic acid, that is in chapter. If you will be see here, for aldehyde we knows that this is R single bond CHO, so single bond H, double bond O, this is for aldehyde. For ketone if you will be see, then for ketone what will be R single bond C, double bond O, single bond R, this is for ketone. And for carboxylic acid if you will see, R single bond C, single bond O, single bond H, but double bond O is also available here. So you can see the common thing. What is the common thing? This is C double bond O, C double bond O, the C double bond O. So that meaning all the compounds we are going to study now in this chapter, all they contain C double bond O group, like this. So that C double bond O group, whatever is there, that is known as carbonyl compound, carbonyl compound. So now, so that meaning whatever compound we have written here, that is aldehyde, ketone and carboxylic, all they are known as carbonyl compound due to the presence of C double bond O group, that is a C double bond O, that is why that is the carbonyl compound. Now if you will see the hybridization for this, then you will see the hybridization is available here sp2. The reason behind this, because the double bond is present. As we know that for single bond the hybridization is sp3 for the carbonyl compound, for double bond the hybridization is sp2, for triple bond the hybridization is sp, that is for carbonic compound. Now that means for organic compound. Now the other way, that also we know ki if I will be go for the find out the hybridization, then also this is the central metal atom carbon. And how many atom or group atom are present around the carbon? This is one will be here 2, one will be here 3, so 3 atom is available here. Plus any lone pair is available here near the carbon? No, there is a no lone pair. Reason? Because carbon having 4 electrons, 2 are bonded here, 1 is here, 1 is here, so total 4 electrons are utilized here. That meaning the number of lone pair is 0. So this is the 0, 3 plus 0, this is 3, which indicate that the hybridization is sp2. So that is the topic that I will be discuss. Now Rest of more compound that we have to study it in this chapter. Which one that I'm discuss with you now? That is the derivatives of carboxylic acid. 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 Like suppose if I discuss about the carboxylic acid, this is C double bond O single bond OH. If I am going for the derivatives, so what are the derivatives of carboxylic acid that I will discuss with you here? Like now suppose in place of H, this H is available here, I will be attach it one more alkyl group. This is also alkyl group, and one more alkyl group I will be attach it here. So that means this is R single bond C double bond O single bond O single bond R. That means only in the place of H I am going to changing. So again you can see carbonyl group is available. So this is also the compound of carbonyl. Now the name of this compound, that is ester. That is ester. So this is also a carbonyl compound because C double bond O is present here. So that will be also I will be discuss here. The second compound that I will discuss, suppose this is R single bond C double bond O single bond O. Now again in place of H I will repeat the unit, that is RC double O single bond C double bond O single bond R. I am going to repeat the unit. So this is acid anhydride. Acid anhydride or acyl anhydride. Acyl anhydride. This is, now if I will discuss the third one, now this is a R single bond C double bond O. Now suppose in place of this OH I'm going to apply here Cl. Again you can check out C double bond O group is available here. So this is what? Acid chloride. Acid chloride. Now the next derivative I will discuss. So suppose this is R single bond C double bond O single bond. Again in place of this OH I'm going to apply it here NH2. So this is as what is? This is amide group. If I will discuss about this, this is acid amide. This is acid amide. This is acid amide group because CONH2 group, this is the amide group. CONH2 group, that is a amide group. Now if you will see, one thing is available here, what? That in all the compound you will check out the CO group is available. CO group is available. What is? You can check out here. This is also CO group. 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 That meaning the carbonyl group is present. So we can say that all they are the derivative of carboxylic acid. All are the derivative of carboxylic acid, which we have to study in this chapter. Now after this, the general studies about that compounds, I am going to discuss with their IUPAC naming. I am going to discuss with their IUPAC naming. That is very simple. In class 9th also we have to discuss with that. What we have discussed here, that is IUPAC naming. IUPAC naming. IUPAC naming. If you will be see here in IUPAC naming, suppose I'm talking about the aldehyde. That is aldehyde. So in aldehyde, what we have to do? From the name of alkane, I will be remove E and I will be added it here Al. So its name is here alkanal. Its name is here alkanal. Suppose I will talk about the ketone. Suppose I will talk about the ketone. Then from the name of alkane, I will remove E and I will be added it here O and E on. This is alkanone. This is alkanone. Third I am discussing, that is a carboxylic acid. Carboxylic acid. Suppose this is, then from the name of alkane I will remove E and I will be added it here oic acid. So this is alkanoic acid. Alkanoic acid, that thing to already we have studied in class 11. Now I will be discuss with you some point ki what will be the name of the group if that will be not a main functional group. So one chart I am going to make it here, so please note down this chart. This is one side I am going to write the functional group, one side I am going to write the functional group, and the other side I am going to write the name of the functional group, name of the functional group. After that I am going to write here, that is a prefix, that is prefix. After the prefix I am going to writing here secondary suffix, secondary suffix, secondary suffix. Now suppose this is the first I am taking here carboxylic acid COOH, second I am taking here alcohol, this is OH, third I am taking here aldehyde CHO, fourth I am taking here, this is a ketone, this is. Now this is the carboxylic acid, this is carboxylic acid, this is the name of the functional group, this is alcohol, this is alcohol, this is aldehyde, and this is ketone, this is ketone. These are the name of the functional group. Now if I will talk about the prefix, so the prefix for carboxylic, this is carboxy, this is carboxy, this is carboxy. The second, if alcohol will be available there, then this will be hydroxy, hydroxy. If aldehyde is there, then this is formyl or oxo, formyl or oxo, and for ketone this is oxo. Now for secondary I will discuss, that is just before I have discussed for carboxylic, this is oic acid. If hydroxy is there, so I will be added it here OL. For aldehyde I will be added it here AL, and for ketone I will be added it here ONE on. So this is the main chart that will be provide help to write the IUPAC naming on that condition in which two or more than two functional group are available in the same naming. So please note down this, or if you want to take the screenshot, then you can take the screenshot also of this. That is very important. So please take the screenshot. I hope you have taken. Now for the IUPAC naming I will be discuss. So before the discussing the IUPAC naming, I am going to tell you the priority order. What is the priority order for these four groups? Priority order, that is the priority order for these group. So if I will discuss the priority order, so the priority order is there, firstly carboxylic, after that aldehyde, after that ketone, and at last this is alcohol, this is OH, this is alcohol. So this is the priority order for these four functional group. Now I will be discuss the naming of these. So let's see the first. Suppose this is HCHO. This is a very simple is there. This is a CHO group. This CHO group indicate that this is a aldehyde group. One carbon is available here. So for one carbon methane, E I have removed it and I am added here Al because CHO group is available. So the IUPAC name is this is methanol. IUPAC naming is methanol. If I talk about the common name of this compound, that is also lots of time they are giving the common name also of that compound. So this is the formaldehyde. Formaldehyde. Now the second compound if I will discuss with you, so this is CH3CHO. So CHO group is available and 2 carbon is available. So for 2 carbon ethane, E I have removed it. For CHO group I am adding here Al, so its name is ethanol. That is ethanol and its common name is there acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde. This is the common name. Lots of time they are asking the common name of these two compounds. The third if I will discuss with you, that is related to CH3 single bond C double bond O single bond CH3. Check out here. This is the carbonyl group RCOR. That meaning ketone group. Sorry, this is a ketone group for 1, 2, 3 carbon. For 3 carbon, this is the propane. I have removed it, and for ketone I am adding here ONE. So this is a propanone. The common name is there. This is acetone. So that common name also very important. So please keep in your mind. Now I will discuss some more compounds that will be little bit tricky. Before that, I want to tell you one thing. That means one note you note down. That is the important note. Like suppose the note is there when the aldehyde group is attached. Aldehyde group is attached, whatever aldehyde group will be there, if it will be attached to a ring or present more than one time, or present more than one time, then suffix carbaldehyde is added. Then suffix carbaldehyde is added after the full name of cycloalkane or open chain in open chain. That meaning if aldehyde group is directly attached with a ring, then suffix carbaldehyde will come. This is suffix carbaldehyde will be coming after the name of that cycloalkane. Like suppose I am discussing with you, this is and here I am adding here CHO group. So this is a ring, that is a closed figure, and the aldehyde group is attached to the ring. So what we have to do? First we will write the name of the cycloalkane. So 5 carbon is available here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the ring. So its name is cyclo. For alkane this is pentane. This is cyclopentane. Now after this, for this CHO group I will be added it here carbaldehyde. So its name is cyclopentane carbaldehyde. That is the important one. Cyclopentane carbaldehyde, meaning when the carbaldehyde will come, only in that condition when the aldehyde group is directly attached with the ring. Now the second example if I will discuss with you, like I am having here this benzene ring. This is and here I am attached here CHO. So its name is very simple, that is a benzaldehyde. benzaldehyde, or you can write it, this ring name is benzene, so this is benzene, and CHO I can give carbaldehyde, so this is benzene carbaldehyde, that name you can give. Now I will be discuss the naming of that group in which two groups are present. Like I have, suppose I have, this is CH3 single bond C double bond O single bond CH2 single bond CHO. Here you can see this aldehyde group and this ketone group. Both the group are present in the same naming. So what to do? We have to choose the priority order. So according to priority order, aldehyde is a more stronger. So we have to give the number from the aldehyde side 1, 2, 3, 4. So for this suffix, because now this is a suffix, so we have to give its name as a oxo. On which number it is lying? This is on third number. So this is 3 oxo, and for 4 carbon this is butane. E I have removed it. For aldehyde I am adding here Al. So 3 oxobutanol. This is the name of this compound, because aldehyde is a more prior group in the comparison of ketone. That is why the naming is coming from the aldehyde side, and this ketone is named as oxo. Now the second, if I will discuss, suppose I am having here CH3 single bond CH single bond OH single bond CH2 single bond C double OH. So again you can check it here. Two functional group are available here. Which one? Two. One is the carboxylic and one is the alcohol. So according to priority order, carboxylic group is a more prior. So we will give the number from this side 1, 2, 3, 4. This alcohol group is lying on the third carbon, and that is known as hydroxy. So its name is 3-hydroxy. And for 4 carbon, this is a butane. E I have removed it. I am adding here oic acid. Oic acid. So its name is 3-hydroxybutanoic acid. Now next I am going to discuss with you, that is, this is like suppose I am having here CH3 single bond CH2 single bond CH double bond CH single bond C double bond O single bond H. So easily you can identify here, this is the aldehyde group. This is the aldehyde group. So we'll give the number from this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here you can check out the double bond is coming between 2 and 3. So the name is coming for 5 carbon. This is a pent. Now for double bond, the minimum number is 2 between 2 and 3. That is 2 ene, because double bond ene will come, and for aldehyde Al will come. On which number? First number 1 al. So this is the IUPAC naming pan 2 in 1 al. So I hope you have easily understand what is the way to give the IUPAC naming of the compound. In my next video, I will be discuss about the preparation of aldehyde and ketone. Thank you. Now we will discuss the preparation of aldehydes and ketones. Preparation of aldehyde and ketones. Here we will discuss the method by which we can make both the aldehydes and ketones. Like the first method is there by oxidation of alcohol. By oxidation of alcohol. Already we have discussed this in a previous chapter in the chemical properties of alcohol. Like the primary alcohol during oxidation they will be give us the aldehyde. And secondary alcohol during oxidation secondary alcohol during oxidation they will be give us the ketone. If I will be discuss the example, like I'm having a primary alcohol or CH2OH. If this is a primary alcohol, if the process of oxidation going to take place, then this CH2OH group, this is going to converted into CHO group. That meaning I'm getting here R single bond CHO. This is the aldehyde. Same, suppose I'm taking a secondary alcohol like R single bond C single bond R HOH. During the process of oxidation, this will be also CHOH group. It is converted into CO group. That meaning H2 is removed from this side. So I'm getting here R single bond C single bond R double bond O. This is of ketone. That meaning by the oxidation of alcohol, if primary alcohol I'm using, then I'm getting the aldehyde. If I'm using the secondary alcohol, then I'm getting the ketone. So this is the first method by which we can make both aldehyde and ketone. Now I'm going to discuss with you the second method, that is by dehydrogenation of alcohol. By dehydrogenation of alcohol, the second method is there. This is by dehydrogenation of alcohol. The meaning of dehydrogenation, that is removal of H2 hydrogen molecule, hydrogenation. So this is the removal of H2 molecule. This is removal of H2 by copper powder. That meaning if the primary alcohol is react with copper powder at 573 Kelvin, at 573 Kelvin, then hydrogen molecule will be removed from there. Like primary alcohol, suppose I am going to take, then with the help of copper powder at 573 Kelvin, this will be give us aldehyde. This will be give us aldehyde. If I will be discuss the example with you people, like CH3 single bond CH, this CH2 I can write in this way, single bond O, this is. If it is going to react with copper powder at 573 Kelvin, so from here this H2 molecule is released out and I am getting CH3CHO. This hydrogen gas is released out from there. So this is a removal of H2 molecule. That is why this reaction is known as dehydrogenation. Dehydrogenation. So primary alcohol, this will be giving us the aldehyde. This is aldehyde. If in place of primary alcohol, I will take the secondary alcohol. This is the secondary alcohol. Same, with the copper powder at 573 Kelvin, then the secondary alcohol, they will be give us ketone. The example if I will be discuss with you, like suppose I am having here secondary alcohol CH3 single bond C single bond CH3H, this is OH. This is a secondary alcohol. This is what? Secondary alcohol. Why it is a secondary alcohol? Because two alkyl group is attached on the same carbon at which the hydrogen is attached. I can write the secondary alcohol in this way. H I am attach it here. This is O and this is single bond H. I can show in this way also. There is no problem. Now if it is going to react with copper powder, this is copper powder at 573 Kelvin, then what's happen? Then from here H2 molecule, these H2 molecule is going to release out, and what I am getting? CH3CO CH3. That meaning the product is CH3 double bond O plus H2. This is a acetone. That meaning this is ketone. So by primary alcohol I am getting the aldehyde, and by secondary alcohol I am getting the ketone. So that are the second method in which we are making both aldehyde and ketone. Now I am discuss the third method. This is also used to make both aldehyde and ketone. The third method is this is by hydrocarbon. This is by hydrocarbon. If I will discuss the third method, this is the third method. This is by hydrocarbon. Hydrocarbon. Now hydrocarbon is what? I will say in previous class, that means class 11, you have read out the process of ozonolysis of alkene. Same I am using here, ozonolysis of alkene. Ozonolysis of alkene. By the ozonolysis process, we are getting the aldehyde or ketone. Mostly alkene react with, if I will discuss here, then alkene react with whatever alkene we can take, this react with ozone to give, this react with ozone to give alkene ozonide, to give alkene ozonide. This is alkene ozonide, which react with this alkene ozonide react with zinc dust and water to give aldehyde and ketone. Aldehyde and ketone. The one example I am going to discuss with you, like suppose I am having ethene. So this is CH2 double bond CH2. This is the ozone. Whenever this react with ethene, so it will be giving the ozonide. How it will be giving the ozonide? This oxygen combined with this carbon. This is same other carbon. This is, and this is H2. So I am writing here H2. This is H2. Rest of two oxygen are bonded with the same carbon in this way. So this is the ozonide. This is what? This is the ozonide. This is the ethene ozonide. Now what's happened here? In ethene ozonide, whenever it react with zinc dust and H2O, zinc dust and H2O, then this is going to split up in this way. This is going to split up in this way. So what I'm getting here, HCHO. This is also HCHO. That means two molecules of aldehyde. This is two molecules of aldehyde. So simply what I'm getting here, aldehyde. Alkene to aldehyde I'm getting. This is the formaldehyde. The one more trick I'm going to tell you about this, ki how we are going to make the product. What are the way by which we are going to make the product. The firstly I'm going to discuss with you the second example related to this, in which we are going to make ketone also. In which we are going to make ketone also. Ki how to make ketone during this process. Now let's see the second example, whatever I'm going to discuss with you of the ozonolysis of alkene. This is suppose I'm having here CH3 single bond C, single bond CH3, double bond CH2. This is, its name is 1, 2, 3. So I can say that this is 2-methyl propene. Double bond is there, so 2-methyl propene. Whenever this 2-methyl propene is reacted with ozone, so how they are going to combine? The thing I am going to tell, the oxygen is bonded with that 2 carbon which having the double bond. in between them. Like these two carbon, they having the double bond, so the oxygen is going to connect with these carbon. So this is the second carbon. This on this carbon what are applied, both the methyl group is applied here. So I'm writing here, this is a one methyl group, this is the second methyl group, and this is the second carbon, this is the C. H2 is applied here, so I can write in this way, H2. This is of oxygen, this is of oxygen. So this is the ozonide. This compound is ozonide. Now this is going to react with zinc dust and H2O. On that time, this is going to split up in the way, the bond between carbon oxygen and oxygen oxygen, the bond is going to split up. So what I'm getting here, this is CH3CO CH3. So that meaning CH3 C double bond O single bond CH3, and this is HCHO. So that means this is a ketone and this is a aldehyde. That meaning both aldehyde and ketone we are able to make by the ozonolysis of alkene. I hope you have understand how we are going to make this product. Now that second part of that hydrocarbon, whatever I have discussed ki ozonolysis of alkene. Now second part is there, this is a hydration of alkyne. By hydration of alkyne also we can make the aldehyde or ketone. Like suppose I am having here, next part is there, this is the hydration of alkyne. By hydration of alkyne, I will talk about by hydration of alkyne. Hydration of alkyne, if I will be talk with you, suppose I am having the alkyne, this is ethine, C triple bond CH. Hydration meaning it is going to react with water molecule. How it is going to react with water molecule? This is HOH, I can write it here, HOH, I can write it here. So this CH and this H, they are combined, so they are giving what? CH2. This CH and OH, this is a double bond, CHOH. This is now that I am getting. Now here we are getting the rearrangement process is going on. What is the rearrangement process? That means this hydrogen is going to transfer toward this carbon. Then what I am getting here, CH3 single bond CHO. This whole process is going on in the presence of 20% H2SO4 and 1% HgSO4. Then this reaction is going to complete. That meaning this is the ethine and this is the aldehyde. So from ethine I am getting the aldehyde. Now by the same method we can make the ketone also. Suppose I am having here propine. The propine is what? This is CH3 single bond C triple bond CH. This is a propine. This is also going to react with water. I can write the water HOH. This is now very simple is available here. OH is a negatively charged, this is a positively charged. That is, so suppose this carbon is going to transfer this bond is going to transfer the electron toward this side. So this carbon is getting the positively charged, this is a negatively charged. So this OH negatively charged will be attack on this positively charged carbon. So what I will be get it in the presence of 20% H2SO4 and 1% HgSO4. The product whatever I am getting here, this is CH3 single bond C, OH is attached here and this is remain the double bond. Now this is CH negatively positively charged will be attack on this. So this is CH2. Now what's happened here, I can write this OH in this way. Now what is going on here, this hydrogen and the bond between hydrogen and oxygen leave its electron and give to this bond. So this hydrogen ion is free from here. This hydrogen is going to attack on this carbon. on this carbon, that means that is going to shift on this carbon. So what I will form it, CH3 single bond C, so double bond will be coming here O, this is single bond CH3, so this is the ketone. So that meaning by the hydration of alkyne we can make both aldehyde and ketone. So here I have discussed with you the method by which we can make both aldehyde and ketone. I hope you have understand about these methods. Now the next point is there, the preparation of aldehydes only. Before that we have discussed the preparations of aldehyde and ketones both. Now we will discuss the preparation of aldehyde only. Preparation of aldehydes only. That meaning here we will discuss that method in which only we are able to make aldehydes only, nothing more. Like the first method is there, Rosenmund reduction. This is also comes in exam in naming reaction. Actually what's happened in Rosenmund reduction, the acyl chloride, I will talk about the acyl chloride, that meaning the aliphatic or aromatic both can be coming. Aliphatic or aromatic, that can become react with hydrogen, in the presence of palladium barium sulfate, in the presence of palladized, palladium you can say, or I will say that palladized barium sulfate, that is the palladized barium sulfate, then it will be give us aldehyde. To give aldehyde, now the meaning is here, like suppose I am having aliphatic chloride, acyl chloride, this is RCOCl, it reacted with hydrogen, I can write H and H, this is in the presence of PD and BaSO4, that is the palladized barium sulfate. Now the bond between carbon and Cl will be going to split up. The Cl is more electronegative, so what's happened, the electron is going to transfer towards Cl. Here the one hydrogen is getting negatively charged, one is getting positively charged. On that side the electron is transferred, that will be a negative charge, the other is the positively charged. So this is negative and that is getting the positive charge. This Cl and H, they will be combined to release HCl, and this H will be attack on this carbon, then it will be giving us R single bond C double bond O single bond H, and that HCl is released out. So that I am getting here aldehyde. In place of R you can take any alkyl group, CH3 you can take, C2H5 you can take. Now I will be discuss the aromatic compound, how to make the aromatic, the same I am discussing here. This is COCl benzoyl chloride, same it reacted with H2, I can write HH, in the presence of same PD and barium sulfate, palladized barium sulfate. So what's happened, the same, this Cl is the electron between carbon and oxygen, I can write in this way, this is a double bond O, this is a single bond, electron will transfer towards this Cl. Same, suppose its electron will transfer here, so this is a negatively charged, this is a positively charged. So this Cl and H, they will release out from here, and HCl will become, this H will be attached with this carbon. So what we are getting here, this is C double bond O single bond H plus HCl. This is the benzaldehyde. So this is the Rosenmund reduction. Lots of time they are asking in naming reaction, or they are asking to complete it. Now after this I will be discuss with you the second part. This is the Stephan reduction. This is Stephan reduction. The second reaction is there by which we can make the aldehyde only, that is the Stephan reduction. Stephan reduction. This is the second part. This is Stephan reduction. What is going on in Stephan reduction? Stephan reduction, especially it is used for cyano group. Especially it is used for cyano group, or I can say that is a nitrile group. So what's happened here? Suppose I am having RCN. It react with SnCl2 and HCl. SnCl2 and HCl. Then this cyano group will be give us a intermediate. That intermediate is called, that is a imine intermediate. This is the imine intermediate. This imine intermediate reacted with acidic hydrolysis process going on, that means reacted with H3O positive, then it will be giving us aldehyde. This will be giving us aldehyde. Like if I will discuss with you from the example, then this is very simple. Like I am having here CH3 single bond C. I know here triple bond will be present between cyano group. It is going to reacted with H2. It is going to reacted with H2. Now the same process is going on here. I can write the H2 in H single bond H. This pi bond is transfer the electron towards the nitrogen. So this is getting the negatively charged and this is getting the positively charged. Same, suppose the bond electron is transferred towards here. So this is negatively charged, this is positively charged. So one positively charged hydrogen will be attached with this nitrogen and negatively charged will be attached with this carbon. So what I am getting, that is the intermediate product. This is CH3 single bond CH. The pi bond electron is going to transfer, that means the pi bond is split up. So the double bond will be left it here. This is N and that H is attached there. So this is NH. So this is the imine. This is what? This is imine intermediate. Now this imine intermediate during the reaction with H3O positive. H3O positive. So this NH group, that is converted into O. This is CH3 single bond CH double bond O we are getting. So this is the major product, that meaning from the imine during the reaction with H3O positive is converted into aldehyde of the same number of carbon atom. So this is methyl cyanide, or this is aldehyde, or I can say that acetaldehyde. This is aldehyde. So this is the way by which we can make the aldehyde. After this, one more alternative method is there, and that alternative method is very important for this. How we will discuss this alternative method, that you can check it here. If you have noted down this, then I will go with that alternative method. Okay, come to the point now. The alternative method is this, of that this is I will talk about the alternative method. Alternative method of the preparation of aldehyde. Alternative method. That meaning with the help of cyano group, how I can get it the aldehyde. With the other method I am going to discuss. In this nitrile, I will say nitrile, or I say cyano group. Nitrile can also be converted to या convert to aldehyde, by the help of Dibal H. This is DIBAL H, Dibal H. Its full form is there diisobutyl, and this is the aluminium and this is hydride. Diisobutyl aluminium hydride, that is a Dibal H. Now this is a mild reducing agent. Whatever I will talk about the Dibal H, this is the mild reducing agent. Now very simple, suppose that Dibal is as a catalyst, it is mentioned there. So how you are going to solve this? So very simple, you can check out. This is Al, that indicate that is a aldehyde. Keep in your mind, this Al is indicate that ki this is the aldehyde. Keep in your mind ki how to check out ki aldehyde will form or not. Dibal H, Al indicate ki that will be give us the aldehyde. This is the shortcut ki how to identify in the reaction ki what it will be give us. Like I am having R single bond Cn. In the same way is going on. The first part is mentioned here Dibal H, and then this is a H3O positive, that means acidic hydrolysis. Then this cyano group is converted into aldehyde group. So I am getting here R single bond CHO, that meaning that I am getting the aldehyde. If the example you want to discuss, the very simple example I can discuss with you. Suppose I am having here CH3 single bond CH double bond CH single bond CH2 single bond Cn, and the reaction is there. The first part is Dibal H and second part is there H3O positive. So very simple, this in place of cyano group what will be coming? Aldehyde will be coming, that means CHO group will be attached. So we are getting here CH3 single bond CH double bond CH single bond CH, sorry, this is CH2 single bond CHO, that means in the place of cyano group. So 1 2 3 4 in the place of cyano group I am attached here aldehyde group. So that is the alternative method by which we can make the aldehyde. Now after this the other method I am using, this is from hydrocarbon, ki how we can make the aldehyde from hydrocarbon. Ki how to make the hydrocarbon from the aldehyde, from the hydrocarbon how will make the aldehyde. So that meaning from hydrocarbon, this is from hydrocarbon. In this toluene and a derivative oxidize to give us the aldehyde. They can be oxidized in two ways. That meaning I am saying toluene and its derivatives. Toluene and its derivatives oxidize by two ways. What are the ways that I am discuss with you? The first is chromyl chloride. Use of chromyl chloride. This is also very important because this naming reaction is there, Itard reaction. Lots of time you have seen that was in a board exam. So what's happened here? Chromyl chloride oxidize methyl group to chromium complex. Whatever chromyl chloride is there, this will be oxidized oxidize methyl group. Whatever methyl group is lying on the benzene ring, that is a toluene one group, to a chromium complex, to a chromium complex, which on hydrolysis gives, gives corresponding benzaldehyde, like suppose I am having a toluene, I can represent the toluene in this way. Firstly I am showing you the reaction, then I will talk with you how that is completed. This is the toluene, CH3 I mentioned here. This is react with chromyl chloride, this is CrO2Cl2 in the presence of CH2 or CCl4, any non-polar solvent. CH2 you can use it or CCl4 you can use it. Then I am getting a complex. The complex is the chromium complex. What is a chromium complex? That you can check out here. This is the benzene ring. This is CH. This is, now this part I am taking here, this part, this is O, Cr, O and 1H from here. Again I am taking O, Cr, O and 1H from here and Cl2. That meaning O, Cr, O, H, Cl, that is 2, because 2 is available, whole twice. That meaning I have taken the 2 molecule of this. That is why this compound is coming. This is a 2Cr, 4 oxygen, 2O2, 4 oxygen, and the whatever 2H is coming from this side, so that is a 2H, Cl4, this is a Cl4. This is a chromium complex. This chromium complex show the acidic hydrolysis. That meaning H3O positive, it will be show the acidic hydrolysis. Then it will be converted into the major product, that is the benzaldehyde. This is CHO, this is the benzaldehyde. That meaning from toluene we are getting the benzaldehyde. This is the Itard reaction. That meaning a reaction in which chromyl chloride oxidize methyl group to a chromium complex, which on hydrolysis gives corresponding aldehyde, that is called Itard reaction. The reaction I have indicated here. Now I will be show you how this reaction is going to complete. What is the way that reaction is going to complete? Please check out. If you are not able to understand from here, then the way I am discussing with you how it will be. That is, if you will be see here, so toluene, I am talking about the toluene. Toluene I can write in this way. This is the benzene ring. This is the benzene ring. This is the carbon. This is the hydrogen. One hydrogen represent here, one hydrogen represent here. This is the CH3. Now I am taking here 2 molecules of chromyl chloride. This is the one molecule Cr, double bond O. This is Cl, this is Cl. One molecule. The other molecule I have taken is the same, Cr, double bond O, Cl, Cl. Directly I am showing, I am not showing you how that is going to split up. Directly I am showing you how it is going to attach. This hydrogen is going to attach with this oxygen. The same, this hydrogen is also going to attach with this oxygen. This carbon is going to attach with this oxygen and with this oxygen. Now keep in mind, again I am discussing with you this bond is going to transfer electron towards the oxygen negatively charged. So this hydrogen is attached with this to neutralize it. Same, the bond is transfer the electron here. So this will be also negatively charged. So this is going to attach. The carbon is going to attach with this oxygen and this oxygen. So if you will be see the product, so what product you are getting here? This is the benzene ring. This is C. The H is available here. Single bond, single bond. With this C, I am checking. O, Cr, Cl2. This is, and this is the OH. That is also attached with this. So I can write it to O, Cr, OH, Cl2. Same, you can check out. CO, this is the OH because this is also attached with the same carbon. So O, Cr, OH, Cl2. So same we have done it there. We have done it there. O, Cr, OH, Cl2 whole twice. But here I have written separately. So this is the chromium complex. After that, this chromium complex is going to split up. How it is going to split up, you can check out. It is going to react with acidic medium. So hydrolysis, acidic hydrolysis is going on. So that will be the H positive and OH negative. This is the acidic hydrolysis I am going to show. So what's happened here, this oxygen is going to transfer their electron here. Whatever lone pair of oxygen is having on this oxygen, that is going to transfer here to make it double bond. So that double bond is going to form. Then after this, this bond will be given and transfer the electron towards this oxygen. This is a negatively charged. Now when the oxygen is transferred the electron here, this is getting the positively charged. So what's happened here, this will be react. This will be react with this negatively charged OH, and this oxygen, whatever kind negatively charged, react with this hydrogen. So please again you check out कि as the oxygen transfer the electron here, make the double bond. So this, that means the bond between Cr, which is going to split up here. So what will be there? This is CHO is there. That I am getting here CHO. This is the benzaldehyde, CH and that double bond O. Plus what is left here, you can check out. This is Cr. If you from check out here, Cr, OH, Cl2, Cr, OH, Cl2. This is Cr, OH, Cl2. It is going to attach with the OH. Here O, Cr, OH, Cl2 attached with the H. So I am getting here Cr, OH whole twice, OH, and this OH, Cr, OH whole twice, Cl2. Same here, Cr, OH whole twice, Cl2. That meaning the two molecules of, that is the two molecules of Cr, OH whole twice, Cl2 is released out. But there is no need to go with that. Directly you can show the major product, that is the benzaldehyde. This is a way to represent the Itard reaction. I hope you have understand how this Itard reaction is completed. Now after this Itard reaction, I am going with the other topic. That means the first part we have discussed. The second part is there, that is by chromic oxide. That first part we have discussed by chromyl chloride. Now by use of chromic oxide, how it is going to complete it. The second part is there by use of chromic oxide. That meaning the second part of this is by use of chromic oxide. By use of chromic oxide, that meaning toluene or substituted toluene. I will talk about the toluene or substituted toluene. Substituted toluene. I will talk about the toluene or substituted toluene is converted to benzaldehyde is converted to benzaldehyde, that is benzaldehyde. This is on treating with CrO3. On treating with CrO3, that means the chromic oxide, in acetic anhydride. In acetic anhydride, and followed by hydrolysis to give corresponding benzaldehyde, and followed by hydrolysis to give corresponding benzaldehyde. That meaning, in the same way as I have completed the Itard reaction, this reaction is going on. How this is? This is the toluene. CH3, chromic oxide, CrO3, acetic anhydride. This is CH3CO, single bond O, single bond CH3CO. This is the acetic anhydride. Whenever it will be reacted, then it will be giving us the compound benzalidine diacetate. How that is? This is single bond CH. After that, this single bond OCOCH3. That meaning OCOCH3, COCH3. This will be the whole twice, which on hydrolysis converted into benzaldehyde. This is CHO. That is the way. The method is remains same as it is we have discussed in Itard reaction, but I have shown you directly here. But the remain method, if you want to understand, so you can go with the same way whatever we have discussed in the Itard reaction. After this, the next method that is very important. This is by Gattermann-Koch reaction. That is also a naming reaction. In this chapter, lots of naming reactions are available. So these all the naming reactions are important. The next is by Gattermann-Koch reaction. By Gattermann-Koch, KOCH reaction. So very simple. Here also one trick I am going to telling you कि how to identify कि aldehyde will form. You can check out in Koch. This is CHO. This is the aldehyde group. That meaning by this trick you can identify कि in this we are getting the aldehyde. Koch, KOCH. You correlate it. This is CHO group. That meaning we are getting the aldehyde. This is also a one trick. Now how we will form this, that also you can check out. In this what's happened, this benzene, whatever benzene we are taken, this benzene that is going to react with HCO and HCl. This is a carbon monoxide and HCl in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3, then it will be giving us directly benzaldehyde. This is CHO. Now the point is there कि how this reaction is completed, that I will discuss with you कि how this reaction is going to complicate. So this is the benzene. Directly you will see कि benzene react with CO and HCl in the presence of AlCl3, then it will be give us benzaldehyde. This reaction is called Gattermann-Koch reaction. Now how this reaction is completed, that I am going to explain you. I am having the carbon monoxide, so this is C triple bond O. Now that is not balanced, so how it will be balanced? कि oxygen is getting one positive charge, so 5 electrons will be left, so 3 are bonded, total 8 electrons. Carbon is having one negative charge, so 3 and that negative, that is a 4. One lone pair is available on this oxygen. Now this is going to react with this HCl, that H single bond Cl. In HCl, Cl is more electronegative, so this will be transfer the electron towards the Cl side. This is negatively charged, and this is positively charged. So this negatively charged will be attack on this positively charged oxygen, and this H positive, it is going to attach with this carbon. So what I'm getting here, this is C, single bond H, double bond is left here, because the valency of carbon is what? 4. Valency of carbon is what? 4. This is a double bond O, single bond Cl. Single bond Cl. This is a formyl chloride. This is formyl chloride. That is why this reaction is also known as formyl reaction. Formyl reaction. Now, whatever this formyl chloride is there, this formyl chloride is reacted with that catalyst whatever I am using here. This is AlCl3. This is H, single bond C, double bond O, single bond Cl, and I am having here AlCl3, that is the aluminium chloride. So what's happened here? The bond will be transferred the electron towards Cl. This is a negatively charged, and this is a Lewis acid. This is a behave as a Lewis acid. So Lewis acid. So this negatively charged Cl is attacked with this Al, and it will be giving us what? H, single bond C, double bond O. From here electrons are transferred. This is a positively charged, and that means this is a carbocation, and this is AlCl4 negative. That is a compound AlCl4 negative. Now the benzene ring will be react with this carbocation. So this is the benzene ring. I can show the benzene ring in this way. This is, I can represent the hydrogen here. There is no problem because on every place hydrogen is available. Now this reacted with C, double bond O, single bond H, and this is a positive. Now what's happened here? This pi electrons are going to give to this carbon. The pi electron, that is pi bond, are going to split up. The pi electron is going to transfer towards the carbon. So this carbon will be attached on this position. This carbon will be attached on this position. That meaning as the carbon is going, as the pi electron is going to transfer from here, so positive charge will be coming here because the electron are going to transfer. So it will be lose its aromaticity, and it will be attached in this way. H, this is single bond C, double bond O, single bond H. This is, now I can show in this way also. Suppose I am represent in this way ki this is C, double bond O, single bond H, and this hydrogen I am representing here. Now this is because the pi electron are transfer from here, so positively charge will be coming. So that meaning that will be lose its aromaticity. So again, how it will be comes in aromaticity form? It will be react with AlCl4 negative. This is, now this bond between carbon and hydrogen is going to split up. It will be going to give the electron here. This will be neutralized. That will come in the aromatic compound again. So this H will be free from here, react with Cl to release out HCl, and AlCl3 will become as it is because we have taken as a catalyst. So the major compound is there. Whatever we are getting, this is benzaldehyde CHO plus HCl. This is H and Cl, and this AlCl3. So this is a benzaldehyde. So this is a proper mechanism of that Gattermann-Koch reaction. I hope you have understand about this, ki how to make aldehyde from this. Now after these preparation, I will be discuss the next topic, that is the preparation of ketones only. Ki we are able to make aldehyde. Now we are going to make ketone. We are going to make ketone. How we will make the ketone, that you can check out from here. Like suppose I am having here only what we are going to make preparation of ketone only. We are going to make preparation of ketone only. That meaning now the method we are discussed by which only ketone we will make. The first method is there. This is by Friedel-Crafts acylation. By Friedel-Crafts acylation. Friedel-Crafts acylation. If I will talk about the Friedel-Crafts acylation, so you know that during this benzene, this is the benzene, reacted with CH3COCl, acetyl chloride. I can show the hydrogen of benzene here. So this H and Cl react to release out HCl. This is also in the presence of anhydrous AlCl3, and COCH3 group will be attached there. This is COCH3. Its name is acetophenone. That means this is the ketone and this is the benzene. So this is the first method by which we are able to make ketone. Now after this, the second method that I am going to discuss with you, this is from, that is also from acyl chloride. That is also from acyl chloride. The second method is there. This is from acyl chloride. From acyl chloride. In this method, it will be taken two steps. In first step, the Grignard reagent, this is RMgX, 2 molecule of this I am taken. It reacted with it reacted with cadmium chloride. Cadmium chloride is what? This is CdCl2, cadmium chloride. So this R reacted with this to give us alkyl dicadmium. That meaning it will be give us dialkyl cadmium. Dialkyl meaning this is R2CD, and the rest of MgXCl, that is a 2MgXCl will be remain separate out. Now this dialkyl cadmium, whatever dialkyl cadmium I am getting here, R2CD, react with acetyl chloride. I can take here different alkyl group. This is RCOCl. I can take. You can take the same one also. There is no problem. Then this CD react with Cl. It's 2 molecule I will take. This CD react with Cl to give us the back cadmium chloride. This is CdCl2. The rest of is there R2 R-CO. That meaning I can write 2RCO R-. So this is the ketone. This is the ketone. In the place of R, you can take any alkyl group. So that is the method by which we can make only ketone. So I hope you have understand all the methods of aldehydes and ketone. There is no doubt. If any problem will be there, then again you can contact with me. Thank you.